Hi, this is Miss Andrea. I'm here at EcoStation and I'm bringing you another recycle project. This one is recycled can art, and it's a really simple project. We never really think about our cans, right? But they weren't always around, and they're really a marvel. What happened was Napoleon needed to feed his armies and he needed to get unspoiled food out to them. So that was the French Emperor, Napoleon Bonaparte, and he offered a prize to scientists and inventors that could figure out a way to get this food unspoiled to his army. So it set off a series of events. The first person figured out that you needed to heat up the food to kill all the bacteria that was in it and then seal it so that air and light could not reach it. The first ones they did were glass, and then later on people kept improving on it and it was finally patented, the tin can. So cans today are made of steel. Tin is kind of hard to find. The reason they like tin is because it wouldn't rust. And so there's a thin layer of tin on this steel. This will last a very long time. So, hey, why don't we put it to use? That's what I'm saying. Instead of buying new things and things that will fall apart really quickly, let's reuse some of the stuff that we have. You can get some really nice art out of it. This is one that a friend of mine did. And she took some really nice paper and some cutouts, and she put them on her can. You can also paint it. So let me tell you some of the supplies you can use for this. You can go to the hobby store and get some nice paper. You can find these at the hobby store, or you could use paper that you have at home. Personally, I like to use newspaper print. I'll put newspaper print and then I will paint on it. And then you get some really nice designs on that. Or you could even cut out things from magazines and put them on there. So you could take something like this. I'll show you in a minute how it looks with the paper. Or you could take really anything you have. You could just use house paint if you want it. You could even add ribbon. And the way that you put this on, my suggestion is Mod Podge, but if you don't have Mod Podge, you can use glue. You can put glue, add a little bit of water, and use it as your Mod Podge. So what is the difference? The difference is this has a varnish in it. It has many more properties than glue that will keep your stuff longer, but it's not necessary. If you want to use glue, you can use glue. So I'm going to give you some suggestions, some ideas, and then really this is such a nice project because you can really personalize it. You can make it for other people. I use some of these for my scissors. They're strong enough that all my scissors go in there. I'll use them for my paintbrushes, my pencils, my pens. You can really do a lot with them, and you can make them and give them to other people. And you can really, I like this one. I like the way she did it. There's a couple of different papers in here and things cut out from magazines. And you can even combine them. Like I found this Snoopy in a magazine and I just cut him out. I thought that he would work well with this. So the first thing you're going to do is cut paper to the size of your can. You want to leave this little lip free. Don't put paper on top of it. And I would even suggest that you paint it. If you're going to paint it, you just want to put a little accent paint, like maybe a red would be really nice here. You can do that. You're going to put your Mod Podge first. So you take your Mod Podge, you put it on your brush, you put it all over your can after you've cut your paper to the right size. And then you're going to put your paper on it. And then you're going to just roll it across, try to get all of the little wrinkles out, and then cut it wherever you need to cut it. And then if you wanted to add, sorry guys, it's windy today. If you want to add little things to it that you cut out or even paint it, you can do that. I mean, really, the thing I like about these kind of projects is it just lends artistic license. You can do anything with it. You can use any kind of material on this. I'm just giving you some suggestions. I like the idea of combining two papers. You can combine two papers, and you could even put your character in between them so that you get a nice little deal-a-majig. Or you don't even need to have the fancy paper. Like I said, you can use newspaper. I found this in a magazine and I cut it out. Kind of liked it. I like that night sky in the desert, and so I cut it out, but it was too small. So then I found another piece and I decided, oh, I could make that my top piece. And I just created a new sky for myself. Let's see how that looks. So really, you can personalize these. I like that. I think it's cute. I would put it up on my desk. So it just depends on what you like and what medium you like. You could even put some ribbon to it. It would be a nice little accent, I think, to this one. The only problem with ribbon is you're gonna have more trouble. It collects dust, and I would rather use paint. But if you know you're not gonna have a problem, you can put a little bit of ribbon or accent on it, and it will pop it out. So this is a really nice project, really simple stuff, Mod Podge or glue, whatever kind of materials you can find. So the ridges on the can, you know, again, they're not the nicest to work with, but you don't really see them on this one. So it's something that's avoidable. But the reason they put ridges on here is because if the can is damaged, it's more likely that the stuff inside will spoil. It could break the seal. So they put these ridges so if it gets bumped or something gets knocked against it, it won't actually hurt the can. So this is like another engineering thing. You don't really think about this stuff, but scientists and inventors do think about this stuff. So we're really lucky that they do, because we're able to keep food longer, we're able to have unspoiled food, and so we know a little bit of science, and we're using their technology to create something beautiful, some artwork that we can give somebody or give to ourselves. So I hope you enjoyed that project. I hope you try it out. Let's try and keep the stuff out of the dump. This is Miss Andrea signing off.